Good people of the world, what's happening, what's going on, good people. Man, what's up with y'all, man? Let's see, man, let me test this old volume, man. My volume straight. Okay, I think we straight on now. Hey, man, welcome to another episode, man. RevMeoTV. Hey, listen, man, young people, if you've never been to jail, if you've never been to prison, please don't go, man. If you been, please don't go back, man. It ain't worth it, man. Don't throw your life away in these people chain gangs and stuff, man. You know what I mean? For those of you that don't know, I did spend 16 years of my life incarcerated, man. I did state time, I did fed time, all right? Let's get into this story, man. Let's get into this story, man, right? Man, this in the 90s, this probably around, I want to say about 1996, I want to say, right? State of Georgia, right? I'm about 22, something like that, years old, right? I'm giving my age away now, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about 22, I think, something like that, right? And so I'm at this prison, man, state of Georgia, and I used to like to gamble, man. So in gambling, anybody that gamble, period, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, I ain't talking about no gambling in casinos and stuff like that. Legal establishments. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about if you gamble on the streets, in gambling houses, you know what I'm saying, the crap house, the poker house, the skiing house, and all these type of places, man. Well, when you gambling in prison, the chance of something happening, something going down, right? The chance of something taking place, some violence and stuff like that, it's a little bit escalated, right? Because it just first of all, it's just a lot of stuff that people can't allow in prison, because you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to maintain your, you know what I'm saying, your reputation. You got to be able to stand up for yourself and all this, you know what I'm saying, the kind of stuff. But when you got all these slick folks around each other, all the tough guys around each other, you got so much of that in prison. A high concentration of dudes that think they slick. Dudes that's, you know what I'm saying, tough guys, the bullies in the neighborhood, from this neighborhood and that neighborhood and this neighborhood. Now just think, you got a compound full of bullies, a compound full of slick dudes, and then you got a compound full of, you know what I'm saying, dudes who might not be no bully, but they the ones who will beat up the bully. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a heck of a combination for real, man. For those of you that don't know, man, like I said, I did serve 16 years of my life incarcerated, man. I'm a preacher now, man. I've been preaching since 2007. I've been ordained since 2010. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I was gambling, man. I'm in the joint. I'm a young dude, and man, we at the skin table. You know what I'm saying? At this particular prison, a lot of times that's what we used to do. We'll skin. We played poker and stuff too. We shot dice and everything. But most of the time at this spot, we used to Georgia skin, man. If anybody know anything about Georgia skin, man, then Georgia skin. But I ain't got no cards up in here, man. I ain't got no cards, y'all. But Georgia skin goes something like this. Let me use these. These business cards right here, right? So Georgia skin goes something like this. Imagine if this is a deck of cards, right? If this is a deck of cards, you know what I'm saying? And you got your card out the box. You got your card out the box. You know what I'm saying? You got your card. I mean, before they put it in the box, you got your card, right? So let's just say I got a ace of spade, right? So now you put the cards in the box, and the dealer is going to turn the top card out. He going to pull the top card out, right? He going to turn that bad boy over. If that's an ace of spade, I lose my bets. You know what I'm saying? That's Georgia skin. So he'll go on to the next card. You know what I'm saying? And if that's somebody else's card, then they going to lose their money. So that's how, you know what I'm saying, the basis of it. So anyway, man, we skinning, man. We skinning. And this prison had some gang, it was some gang activity that went on at the prison, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, pray for your enemies too, man. Pray for your enemies, man. Pray for your enemies, man. Don't just pray for people who you love and the people who love you. Pray for your enemies also. You know what I'm saying? The book of Matthew, 5th chapter, tell you to also pray for your enemies. So look, anyway, man, it was some gang activity here at this prison. In the state of Georgia, Georgia is not historically known to be a gang-related state like you talking about California or Chicago and some other places. Georgia is not historically known to be a gang-related state, especially not back then. You know what I'm saying? And now I ain't saying there wasn't no gang stuff ever going down in Georgia back then. I ain't saying that. Now you had Down by Law, you had the 5 Cent Nation, you had my first cousin them, you know what I'm saying, was I Refuse posse, man. Anybody that's from Atlanta, man, west side of Atlanta, Adamsville, MLK, all that area, you know what I'm saying, then y'all know about I Refuse posse. If you my age, man, 50 years old in that age group, then you know about I Refuse posse, man. You know what I'm saying? All them my first cousins, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that it wasn't no gang activity going on in Georgia or Atlanta. What I'm saying is it was not like it is now. Now you go to prison now, oh, it's GDs everywhere. It's Bloods and, you know what I'm saying, people everywhere throwing their flag and their gang sign. Back then it wasn't like that. But like I said, we did have some gangs at this prison, man. And I remember being approached, you know, when I first came to the prison. I remember, you know what I'm saying, dudes pulling up on me. They want to know what you represent, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to know which flag you flying and all that type of stuff, you know. And back then, it was real easy. Me being a young dude, and I probably was the youngest dude at this prison, man. You know what I'm saying? I might have been the youngest dude at this prison at this time, right? But it was real easy for me to say, man, I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't get down with the gang stuff, man. Hey, man, that's, you know, that's y'all. Nowadays, it ain't that easy. Young people, listen to what I'm saying now. Nowadays, because the gang activity is so heavy in these prisons, it's not that easy for you to do what I did and say, nah, I don't get out, you know what I'm saying, with the gang stuff. Me, man, I always been about making my money, man. Get me the money, man. I ain't with all the foolish stuff, you know what I'm saying? I done a lot of foolish stuff. I ain't saying that. But as far as being involved in a gang just to get together and do some crazy stuff and fly flat, that ain't never been me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I'm gambling and we skinning, right? I'm winning, man. You know, I got my little chips. You know, you get your chips when you go to prison and you gambling in prison. You go sometimes, you find some spots where, you know what I'm saying, you might be gambling with some real cash money, you know, but most of the time it ain't like that. Most of the time you gonna get chips, like gambling chips, like when you go into a casino, you gonna get chips. These chips gonna be made out of some kind of cut up cards where somebody done took the cards and cut them up and they gonna mark them a certain kind of way where it got their particular mark on it. So it make it a little bit hard for somebody to go and duplicate and just make extra chips. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they'll do. You bring your store items. So if it costs you $5 to get in the game, then you bring your $5 worth of your store items and you get, you know what I'm saying, your chips. You know what I'm saying? The chips might be nickel chips or dime chips or whatever stuff like that. You get your chips, or you got your stack of chips, you know what I'm saying? And you betting. So you betting around the table, right? So here go what happened. So it was this one dude, right? His name was Jay. Jay was a tall dude. He was from Atlanta. He was a tall dude. You know, he probably about 6'2", 6'3", slim. You know what I'm saying? These dude was GD. So, or at least they used to claim GD for real. Some of these dudes just claim gang when they came to prison. You know what I'm saying? Because they felt like they needed somebody to fit in with, and you know, they wanted to go with the crowd or whatever. But anyway, he claimed GD. He was GD. So now me, all my homeboys and stuff who I kicked it with here, you know what I'm saying, none of us was no gang affiliated dudes, but we was dudes who would get down though. You understand? Meaning we ain't gonna take no mess off of you, stuff like that. We gonna respect you. But if it went down, then we gonna ride. You know what I'm saying? Now, so I'm over here gambling, man. And the only person that like if something was really going down like that, my cellmate Snake was an older dude, man. But Snake wasn't really finna just jumping in no fight stuff. You know what I mean? Snake always try to be diplomatic about something, and he gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, resolve the issue without violence and stuff like that. But he gonna speak up, and he gonna tell somebody whether they right or wrong and stuff like that, right? So anyway, man, I'm gambling. We skinning. The table full, going around the table, man, and everybody skinning. And so the cards turning out, and so mess around. The dude Jay, his card fall. So I'm at the table like right here. The table going around like this. The table going around like this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably like two people in between us. He on my right side over here, and it's about two people between us, and then it's Jay right there, right? So I know we got a bet, and my bet is like it's laid down in front of him. So if somebody wanted to bet me, I'd be like, I bet. They just say bet 2 chips. So I throw the 2 chips down right here, boom. So they put their 2 chips down, so I put the bet right there. And that's why I always like to hold my bets, right? But anyway, this particular day, this particular time, he was holding the bet. And so I got other bets around the table too. But I got this bet with Jay. He losing, I'm winning. So mess around, the dealer turn the cards. The dealer turn the cards. Jay come out the box. So everybody picking up their bets, and I go to reach, and I'm looking for my bet, man. Where my bet at, man? Hey, man, where y'all bet at, man? So I'm standing up already. I'm sitting down telling y'all this story, but I'm standing up. He's standing up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around the table, I think, was standing up. I don't remember nobody was sitting down, right? So, man, I said, man, where I bet at, man? So he say, you know, like that. I said, man, where I bet at? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for my bet, because I know we got a bet, man. You know, and the bet probably, you know what I'm saying, it might have been a few dollars, $2, $3, $5. I don't know. I don't remember. But we had a bet. So I say, hey, man, where I bet at, man? So he said, man, we ain't have no bet. I said, man, we had a bet, man. So I'm standing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was standing up. So I'm like, man, where I bet at, man? So he's standing up. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I peep game too. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, he GD. Now he got another couple GD dudes that's in the dorm. You know what I'm saying? Now I know if something go down, they gonna ride with him. Now I got folks gonna ride with me too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at this table by myself too. So I'm looking, and then I said, man, where I bet at, man? So I'm raising my voice. So he like, man, we ain't have no bet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that, right? So I pick up the card, his card that he had in front of him, his card, right, that he was playing, his card that he had in front of him. So I picked the card up. I'm like, man, where? I said, man, where I bet at, man? So he like, man, we ain't have no bet. So I take the card, you know what I'm saying, and throw it up in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take the card and I throw it up in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, where I bet at, man? We had a bet, man. You know what I'm saying? And so dude just started laughing, right? And so I'm peeping too. Like I say, it's a couple GD dudes over here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no. I'm already strapped up now. I got my boots on. I ain't never used to gamble in like no flip-flops and stuff like that. I ain't never used to do that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I seen a dude get brutalized like that one time. He wasn't ready. You got to be ready. So look. So the dude started laughing. So then I reached down and I take, by this time now, my voice now elevated, his voice now elevated, people looking. So folks around the table, like they moving back now, cause it might go down. Now, I see my roommate Snake coming out the room over there, and he coming over there toward us. You know what I'm saying? And so I see the look on Snake's face, like You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like let it go type of thing. So I reached down in the pile of cards right there. I reached down in the pile of cards and I grabbed one of the cards and I just tear that mug in half. And I'm gonna do this right here. One of these cards and one of these business cards that I don't need. I'm gonna take it like this. So I take the mug like this, man, and I tear it in half like this. So now I'm affecting the whole game. Cause now they gotta get another deck of cards to play the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. So I tear the card in half like that and throw that mug up in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm walking away. Snake done came over here. You know what I'm saying? Like he pat me on my like my shoulder like that or whatever. He like, come on, man, let me holler at you. And so dude laughing, right? So he ain't say nothing. He ain't never say nothing like, you know what I'm saying? I'm whoop de whoop. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Let's go in the room. Let's rumble. Let's do it. He never did that. And at the same time, like I say, he GD, but he knew too that I had some folks, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna ride with me too. I don't know if the dude was bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he wouldn't have beat me in no one-on-one. He wouldn't have beat me in no fair fight. Now back then, you could get a fair fight. Back then. Not saying you're gonna always get one, but you could get a. These days, man, these dudes ain't finna fight you fair in prison. These days, these dudes coming out with the knife immediately. These days, these dudes gonna stick you immediately. Back in the day, you could get a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gonna get the knife, sometimes you ain't. But I'm gonna tell you what happened though. Watch this now. So I walk off, you know what I'm saying? So when I walk off, man, then my partner full of them, they come over there, they come down to the room, holler at me, man, young blood, what's up, man? Man, you know, blah, 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 blah. So then, so the first cellmate that I had name was Calvin. Calvin was a bank robber, right? And the first day I got to that prison, this what Calvin said to me, you know what I'm saying, in a nutshell. He said, look, man, you in this room, ain't nobody finna mess with you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you now, if you go out there and get yourself in some foolishness, you on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like I always remember them words playing in my head. So I never expected nobody to, you know what I'm saying, try to jump in and help me in any kind of way. And I always been like that on the streets and everything. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. Period. So now my partner full of them, they down there, you know what I'm saying, hollering at me, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, man, let the stuff go, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even worth it. So I still had won. I done cashed my chips in. You know what I'm saying, to the house man or whatever who was running the game, and I still done won. You know what I mean? So now I'm gonna tell you what happened. So the next day, see, somebody that'll try you, they'll try somebody else too. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm looking over my shoulder, but I'm watching dude, you know, and in my mind, you know, I feel like, man, I want to get this dude. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to be diplomatic, man, and you got to move with some wisdom, right? So my partner them, Big Brute them, come over, man. Shout out to Big Brute, man. Rest in peace. They come over there and holler at me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they done heard what happened, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So the next day, he come get me, Big Brute. We go to the gym, right? So now I said, look, don't gamble if dude gambling. Just don't even gamble. If he gambling or any one of his GD buddies gambling, just don't gamble. You know what I'm saying? Just don't gamble. Or if you gambling, this what I told myself. If you gambling and dude come get in the game, just quit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to avoid the foolishness. You understand? So my partner, Big Brute, come and get me. We go to the gym, right? We go to the gym. Get up there to the gym, you know what I'm saying? We shoot a little basketball and stuff, man. And then I remember I'm sitting over there on the bleachers or whatever. Big Brute, he's still out there running, playing basketball. So we done been up there, man, probably about a good, I don't know, hour and a half or something, right? Probably 2 hours. And man, we come back to the dorm. By the time we come back to the dorm, Big Brute was in the dorm next door to mine. By the time we coming around the sidewalk and we coming around approaching our dorm, but we see a whole like melee, a whole situation taking place down in my dorm. Now we can't see inside the dorm yet. You know what I'm saying? Young people, stay out of jail, stay out of prison, man. If you ever been, please don't go. Please don't go back. If you never been, please don't go. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So look what happened with Jay, right? So me and my big homie, Big Brute, we coming down around the sidewalk, right? And it was like when you coming out the gym, you had the gym, then you come out, it's the chow hall right there, then it's a building right there, then it was the building that Big Brute was in, then the building I was in, then there was another building past the building that I was in, then there was another building that was another building with inmates, and then there was another building that was like administration building and stuff like that going on, and it went around the sidewalk right there, you know what I'm saying, like that, right? So we're coming down around, man, we see all it's melee taking place. So we see the police now, they hollering for us to get down, you know what I'm saying? So we see the 13, you know what I'm saying, the goon squad coming around the sidewalk from the far side. We see the goon squad coming. Now we see it's something going on in here, because you know what I'm saying, folks all up against the window, like they couldn't get out the door. I guess the police had closed the door, so somebody had them closed the door, you know what I'm saying? So but it's inmates up against the window, like beating boom 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 like that, right? So we know something going on. We could hear them, and we could like see the shadowy looking figure type of thing. Then we see the goon squad coming in the gate, coming, and they running down the sidewalk, you know what I'm saying? About 20 of them, you know what I'm saying? They coming down there with they running. So what had happened was, you know what I'm saying? What had happened was they gambling. They at the gambling table, right? And they skinning. The dude Jay, he in the skin game. Now, it's another dude who was in the dorm named Troy. Troy, I told a little story about Troy a little bit before too, which, you know what I'm saying, like I had stopped fooling with Troy because Troy had relayed a certain message to me from somebody else that he shouldn't have relayed to me, you know what I'm saying? And so really I had stopped really even talking to Troy, fooling with Troy or whatever. But Troy was a dude from New York. But anyway, Troy was gambling, so it's gonna be like 10, sometimes a few more, sometimes a little less, depends. But they're at the table gambling. Now he do the same thing to Troy. Now Troy way more loud than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit back and be a quiet storm. You know what I'm saying? That's me in my past life. I sit back and be a quiet storm. Troy loud, you know what I'm saying? You know, he gon', rah, 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 rah. He do the same thing to Troy. He done got the bet and took the bet. And Troy ain't gonna let it go. He ain't let it go. So next thing you know, Troy done swung on him. They get the scuffling and tussling in there. Troy get the best of him, right? So Troy done got the best of Jay. Now this all starting behind the same thing that the dude Jay did with me. You know what I'm saying? He done swiped our bet. You know, he done swiped Troy bet. The bet he had with Troy. He swiped the bet, and Troy done, you know what I'm saying? Voice his opinion or whatever about it. Whoop, 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 whoop. They go to rumbling. Troy done whooped him. Now, the story goes like this. The police let them fight now. The police let them fight it out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't break up nothing. Let them fight it out. You know what I'm saying? But Jay couldn't take the whooping. So Jay couldn't take the whooping. Jay goes to go upstairs to get his blicky. He go get a blicky, right? So when he going up the stairs, one of his homeboys had already went up the stairs, and he hollering for Jay. Jay, come on, dog, come on, man, get this thing, man, come on, man. So Jay going to running up the stairs, right, to get the thing. Well, Troy done took off behind him, Troy homeboy then already gave him one. So now Troy got one. And he running behind Jay. So he catch Jay running up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? So he hitting Jay. Jay never made it all the way up the stairs, right? Troy done went to hitting him. So now by this time, the GD dudes, they running over there. You know what I'm saying? They running over there now trying to get Troy off of their partner, right? Now a whole melee done broke out. So now Troy got a couple folks trying to help him. And the dude done got stabbed up. You know what I'm saying? Troy hit him like 3-4 times. He done got stabbed up. He over there on the stairs. Now he trying to crawl, you know what I'm saying, to get away from Troy. And so they get Troy, So they get Troy off of him. And by this time the police done hit the button. The police will have, you know what I'm saying, them walkie-talkies. You know what I'm saying? You got the button on there. Or either they'll hit it 10-10 or whatever they, you know what I'm saying, the little code is. And the goon squad coming. They're going to drop whatever they doing. And they coming. You know what I'm saying? So the goon squad coming. So that's when we coming around the sidewalk. We coming around the sidewalk. And it's other people on the sidewalk too. So now they hollering, everybody get down, get down, get down. So when they coming, you got to get down, get out the way. Move out the way, get down, or them folk going to beat you down. You understand what I'm saying? So now they running around. Like I said, they on the opposite side of us. They coming around. Me and Big Brute, we coming around. We see them, boy the goon squad, get out, homie, get out. So we get down, you know what I'm saying? We get down and we laying down like this. You know what I'm saying? We laying down like this right here, but we looking up. And while they running up in there, they going up in there. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Boop, 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 boop. And pellets. You know what I'm saying? Hitting them with them pellets. So now they rolling the stretcher up in there. Man, they bring them boys out. They bring Troy and Jay out. You know what I'm saying? Now Troy done got beat up too. Troy done got beat up by Jay. You know what I'm saying? The other GD dudes. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I'm saying? Put a good whipping on Troy. But they got Jay. They got Jay on the stretcher. You know what I'm saying? They rolling him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Got to get him up out of there. You know what I mean? So had to take him, stitch him up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Get him together. You know what I mean? So this is what happens when, man, you in these situations, and when you in prison, dog, you in there with all these people that think they slick, all the people that think they tough, all the people that think they can't be whooped. You know what I'm saying? And it's always gonna be a recipe for disaster, man, and that's part of what make prison so dangerous, man. So listen, man, young people, don't do it. It ain't worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? Troy ended up coming back to the compound. You know what I'm saying? But when he came back to the compound, see this how this stuff works. When Troy came back to the compound, they ended up running Troy back up top. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's a lot of politics that work with prison, man. And the truth of the matter is, Troy whooped the dude one-on-one, straight up, fair and square. He whooped him. Hand-to-hand fist fight, Troy beat him. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't take the whooping like a man, and so he called himself trying to run and get one of them blickies. He gonna try to stick Troy, but Troy stuck him before he could get to Troy. But then the homeboys put the beat down on Troy, right? So the dude Jay, they take him to the hospital, whatever, get him stitched up, you know what I'm saying, whatever, keep him up there in the medical, and they ended up keeping him in the hole for a little minute, and they shipped him off. They shipped him on off. Troy, they bring Troy out the hole. Troy, I don't know, it seemed like a couple weeks Troy probably stayed in the hole, man. But they bring Troy out the hole, and when they brought Troy out the hole, you know what I'm saying, Troy used to be cool with my partner Fuller too, even though I stopped, you know what I'm saying, really kicking it with Troy. Troy used to be cool with my partner Fuller. So Fuller used to always come over there by my room, and we'd be sitting over there talking and this, that. All of them older than me. Like I said, I probably was the youngest dude at the prison, man. So Troy come over there, and I remember Fuller telling him, like, hey look, man, you need to go and check in, doc, cause them dudes ain't finna let this stuff go, bro. You need to go and check in. So he telling Troy, like, look, I'm just being straight up with you, man. You from New York, man. You ain't got a whole lot of people down here with you like that. You know what I'm saying, man? Them dudes got a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna ride, you know what I mean? Them dudes already saying they gonna get you, dog. They gonna get you, man. You need to check in, bro. So he stayed on the yard probably about 3 days, man. And the man checked on in. He checked in, you know what I'm saying? Checking in mean you telling them, hey, I fear for my life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't safe for me in here. Put me in protective custody. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, ship me on from there. Keep me up there, whatever. But, yeah, Troy checked in. So all this stuff resulted from a dude cheating in the skin game in prison, man. Young people, it ain't worth it, man. Stay out of jail. Stay out of prison. Matter of fact, get you a good career, man. Get you some good skills, man. AI, learn how to program AI, man. Learn how to build your credit, fix your credit, man. You know what I mean? Hey, man, this RevMeoTV. Y'all take it easy. Love y'all. Be blessed.